today's April 17th.
I'm terrified. 2 more weeks to get this film done.
But there's no drama in this already.
I'm the drama. Hey everybody, I'm Chris Sumlin.
I'm Zach.
So you want to be a filmmaker?
Natalie Jap-Joyce.
Fisher Curran.
Bailey Garton.
Documentary group, the scuba diving world.
I'm a member of the dive world or the scuba world.
I am a member of the dive world team.
I forget what our title is.
Yeah, let's be real. The current status was we have, like 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks to get this film done. We have lots of B-roll. We have me entertaining.
Right.
That's good. We have you. We have the components. It's just really the important part of threading it all together. Do you remember the first time we met with the team? Like do you remember when we were in the room?
Is my hair okay?
Oh my God, you're being such a diva.
Going back to like the first day that we decided to meet them, I was like super concerned and worried and anxious that they are not gonna be willing to be filmed by us. I mean, it kind of worked out at the end, so
yeah.
I'm satisfied.
But there was definitely one time where I was shooting with them and they were editing. That was the time that they came late. I told you about this in the car. I'm the drama, because let me tell you something. This is what really had me, which really took me out. I was supposed to shoot with them. They were going to do some editing. Yeah. And remember I told you, I said I will go shoot.
Oh yeah, that was like last Wednesday.
Right. I will go shoot them editing. I said Zach will be there first. I'm headed home. I forgot my member car. I should be back there. He has to grab his camera.
Are you kidding me? I never said I'm gonna go meet.
I lied. People out. And then I said, hey, you headed back to campus? She said, I'm gonna leave soon, but I need to stop at DSW. And then she said, I'll be there no later than 5, hopefully more like 4:30. She texted me, she said, so I just want to give you a heads up, we're probably not gonna start until around 6. I can't head up till around 6, and I just realized my lounge is getting dropped off, yada, 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 yada. When she told me 6, I said, I'm leaving. She said, sorry. I said, oh, it's fine. I said, I'm just gonna have to hear Zach's mouth about it. She said, ha ha ha. I thought I would be going home by 6.
Yeah, I know.
Have me a glass of wine by 6. Having dinner by 6. Not getting started at 6.
Right.
I packed my bag. This is my imaginary bag. But it's so hard trying to coordinate with the group.
I know.
Who's having a hard time coordinating with them. So that's like the struggle.
I don't really know how our shooting schedule came about because it was kind of all over the place.
It's tough being a university student and trying to balance this, and it's really hard to coordinate a lot of people's schedules when you have A, B, C, and D.
Only got 2 more weeks. Last time I checked in with a group, that was probably like somewhere before last week. They were saying we're like somewhere around like a half to like a third down with the process of the foam. I'm like, so you still got like more like double the time I had? I mean, I'm totally fine with that. I'm waiting for the drama to happen. And today I checked in with them. They said, you know what, we're not gonna do any more filming. We're done with this and we're just gonna do editing. I'm like, oh boy. I was waiting for the road trip to the beach. I was waiting for my drone footage. I was waiting for us to have fun, and you guys are telling me we're done with this.
Weeks, and I'm scared out of my mind. We don't even have a rough cut. We don't. This is not.
Okay, you know I never do rough cuts.
I will excuse the whole hell out of my black ass. I was kind of nervous because I'm not that good with cameras. But at least I sing. Can we drive and sing?
Sure, why not?
Yes! If you talk that talk, baby, you better walk that one, baby.
Nice.
People sleep at night and dream they can hit a note like that. See, baby, I'm sorry.
Alright, be my DJ.
Baby, I'm sorry. Oh. Have turned. I said I'm sorry, not sorry, not sorry. I just love singing. Like, there's nothing that makes me happier. Like, one of these days, my goal is to be like Childish Gambino. Like, you know, he has a show, but he also sings. He's a black guy, and he does music and TV. And that's, like, my goal. Like, I'm not saying I'm about to have albums, but I may just do an album.
Why not? Hit me up. I mean, I sing.
Is it me that wants to be a filmmaker?
Don't you want to be a filmmaker?
Hell no.
You don't want to be a filmmaker?
Hell no.
Oh, wow.
You know what I want to be?
Why do you even take that class then?
Because I want to be a star.
Oh, wow. That's the wrong class you took.
Oh, I guess it's too late, huh?
I remember the first day that we were talking about, like, the first day you decided to come to my group.
Because nobody wanted me.
That's true. Don't cry, don't cry. It's okay.
Oh! Well, you found out you're working with me. How did you feel?
I'm fine with it. I can have like an assistant to work with me. I know you're a grad student. That's very cool. I know you're American. That's very cool. I know you speak English. That's very cool. I know you have a really outgoing personality. I don't know how that could be helpful. I really don't, because my original thought was making like a fictional documentary. Like,
Documentary.
You know the kind of feeling I want to achieve is that like the camera's right there. I want my audience to feel like they're right there with them.
Yeah, break the wall.
Exactly. That's what I want to achieve. But they were trying to assume that I was not there, and they're trying so hard. I had to like be really annoying for them to actually say to the camera, "Hey, you were very annoying."
Are we gonna get a film? Are we going to get a film? Are we gonna get a story?
We will.
Should I give up?
No.
Or should I just keep chasing pavements? Should I give up? Or should I just keep chasing pavements? Even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste? Even if I knew my place, should I leave it there?
I would say, I mean, we have to do it anyways. Let's just go for it.
Chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere. Or would it be a waste? Even if I knew my best, should I leave it there?
Oh, and someone told me I look sexy in this, you know, wetsuit, so.
Just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere.
You helped me a ton with my storytelling.
Come on, I'm good for something. I can tell a story.
Exactly.
I tell stories all the time.
I just hope you can tell the story for a little bit longer.
Okay.
You'll be telling a story for like 20 minutes. I'm exhausted. Can we go to the pop ice? I'm dying. I really want to go home now. Can we not set up any lights? Could you just tell the story a little bit longer?
So basically, I wasn't trying to do nothing but eat the whole time.
Not really eating. You were trying to go home the whole time.
And do what? Eat.
You're tired.
Should I ever
Whenever you're stretched out.
Eat.
Eat. Ready, Chris?
Ready to stop talking, ready to go home, ready to just be left alone.
I'm gonna try my best, and you're gonna try your best to make it tomorrow.
I know, that's why I wanted you to take me out to lunch. I'm hungry. We should have stopped at a Popeyes, something, Wendy's. I'm out here singing my heart out. Found love right where we are.
In terms of shooting with another crew shooting us, I'll be honest, sometimes it was like annoying when we were trying to get our shot and I'm like, you're in our shot. You guys kind of got in our way.
I've never really been the subject of anything before, you know? So it's kind of weird to be able to respond sort of as a soundboard to like how we're going, you know? So like for example, like if we have a really tough day, I get to explain why it was a hard day to someone and really think about it in my own brain.
It's been very interesting, specifically because, you know, we're making a film and you guys are making a film about us. I think that it made me a little bit easier on my subjects because I was also a subject.
Zach is awesome at making films, and so he was able to help us with our skills and there to help us with our equipment or like give us opinions.
Dude, Zach's like the workhorse, man. I mean, he just like slogged up all this equipment up my stairs and set it up in my room. He's been a huge help, and you know, also too, like kind of working with him for extra footage, and I was kind of like looking at him for angles and stuff like that. So it's kind of good just to like play off him and the stuff that he was working on.
So I had Prod 1 with Zach, so I do know his filming style. And I think Zach is an incredible filmmaker, and I think he would be very good at fiction film, and I think he could get better at documentary film. But I think if he made a documentary right now, someone might punch him in the face in a completely loving way.
Chris was obviously always there for the enjoyment and laughs and fun times. Chris was there for moral support. He was good. Chris was always there helping us through, giving us positive vibes. I mean, they're both equally needed.
I think Chris brings a huge morale booster to the whole process, and I really like hanging out with the guy, and he's a bunch of laughs, and he's really been there to like keep us all on like an optimistic playing field. That's huge, but I think also at the top of that, you know, Chris has a really good presence on the camera as well, so I'm really happy that he's been including himself, and you know, I'm really excited to see Chris in the actual documentary itself too.
I love Chris. I think it's so funny, your guys' relationship, like you guys are very tumultuous, you know, you guys are like kind of sniffing at each other, especially near the end here. But I think you guys complement each other really well. I really do. You know, you've got the really good technical person who is doing all of this work, and he's gonna be doing some like crazy editing at some point, I'm sure, and I'm sure he has something going on in his head in story-wise that like none of us can contemplate until we see it, you know. But then you've got you who's like, you know, you're keeping the peace with everyone for the most part. You're kind of like the devil's advocate too. You're keeping like everyone happy, and then obviously being the interviewer is a huge help. You know, if you don't have a good interviewer, the interviews suck and they're terrible. So I think every crew, especially documentary crew, needs obviously a very technical and well-working person, but you're also going to need someone who is personable, who can like get you into the kind of like inner workings of whatever you're filming.
So you just did all the work and I just kind of was an idiot.
So what's the biggest lesson you learned throughout our filmmaking? Learn anything?
To really sweat the small stuff. Basically, as I'm sitting here right now, this is my first time seeing the entire film all the way through. Let's just make that very, very clear.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. How are we gonna end it up?
How are we gonna? We're gonna end with us singing a song, and I already have the song ready.
I see the crystal raindrops
You're supposed to follow my head.
and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those
Do you have rhythm?
rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us.
You and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no
Can we
flowers.
do something together? Like,
Good things might come.
same
and go.
way.
Wait,
One,
not
two,
no,
three.
way too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building big castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
Quiet on set. Quiet on set.